Hello, everyone. Welcome to Wild West Wednesday. Hello to Pixie Cow and Rocky Johan and KCCCCC90. I have too many C's. And hello, Npatch, and everyone else who's in the chat, and Neverclink. Wouldn't be a Wild West Wednesday without our good friend Neverclink in the chat. Hope you're all having a good week. I am working on some stuff today. I turned down the microphone volume a little bit because I saw that I was peaking a little bit. If it's still a little too low, let me know, and I'll adjust it. It seems to be okay, but actually, you know what? Let me turn it up a little bit. There. 13 will do. Okay, cool. Also, hello, Fiction Control. Okay, so it's Wild West Wednesday. Hello, VGA256. I have a fun stream planned today because I spent all day and this morning slightly low compared to the music. Okay, well, hopefully the music won't drown it out. I'll turn the music volume down just a tad as well. So I spent all of yesterday animating a character, and I spent most of this morning animating a character, and unfortunately I didn't finish all of her animations, but I finished the animations that I wanted to have finished for today. So I'm going to start off the stream by doing a talking animation for this character, and then I'm going to implement all of the animations, all of her gestures and stuff, and do a little bit of coding and put in her dialogue, and yes, we will experience the magic of this little character here. Will Rosewater have any puzzles that could give someone apoptosis? Well, I need to know what apoptosis is first. Let me look that up on Wikipedia real quick. Let's see here. Apoptosis. Am I going to get anything? Oh dear. Programmed cell death in multicellular organisms. Oh my. This wow. That's scary. I hope not. I really hope not. Hey, it's A Maple Mystery. Welcome. Welcome to the stream. I'm glad you could make it. For those of you who don't know, acidotosis in the US. Interesting. For those of you who don't know, which I don't think is any of you, but let's just do it anyway. Maple Mystery. Go follow A Maple Mystery. Julia Minamata, who's working on the Crimson Diamond, which is an EGA text parser game in the style of the Colonel's Bequest. Looks really cool. She does a stream every Tuesday evening, Crimson Tuesday. And yeah, we mix rubbing alcohol with something in metaphobia. I see. All the puzzles in Lamplight City gave me apoptosis. Never looked back. Oh, what? There were puzzles in Lamplight City? Ho 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 ho. Of course, A Maple Mystery. You're always very kind and you give me a shout out, so the least I can do is return the favor. Anyway, yeah, so as I said, we're doing a talking animation, so I am once again asking for you to, yeah. No, oh, great. I'm having connection issues. Wonderful. I love when that happens. Great. Anyway, oh, KCCC90, you were at Adventure X. That's awesome. So, okay. Did I see Space Quest the movie? I did, actually. I had it on in the background while I was working the other day. It was pretty well done. I heard that you were in it. That was cool. Julia is so focused on that chapter 4 that she's awake at this hour. Hello, Judith Butler's lover. Welcome. So anyway, so basically what it means to do this talk animation is that I get to look at Rhubarb Lip Sync's guide for how to lip sync, and I get to do all sorts of funny face animations to make sure that I'm doing this right. So, yay! All right, so this is the standard one. The next one, we'll do a new layer here, and instead of new layer, I'm going to duplicate this layer. And this layer I remember throwing Britishisms and even Yorkshireisms at the text parser, and I caught them all. Very impressive. We did. I was. It was fun. I was dressed as Phileas Fogg. Oh, I remember that cosplay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That was great cosplay. Okay, well, cool. Now I know who you are, KCCC90. Alright, so that goes that way. Her cheek expands this way, so we'll just expand her little cheek out this way. Make sure to fill that in. This is interesting. Okay, so I'm gonna keep this here, because even though the face expands, the cheeks expand, the mouth doesn't expand too much, because the cheeks are going yeah, and the mouth is going yeah. So yeah. This is where I get to make the stupid faces, right? So yeah. 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 Although I should add an extra thing up here so it's not too weird looking. There. Alright, I watched a movie on Twitch that was a digital version of a watch a terrible VHS tape at a movie theater and yell at the screen. Want to hear the plot? It has Burt Ward in it. Oh, you mean the original Robin from the 60s Batman? Sure, let's hear about it, Neviklink. I think I might actually have heard of this, but I'm not sure. Okay, so let's duplicate the layer again and check here. We've got open mouth, which is So we gotta open that mouth a little bit and put the chin down by 1, because that's how opening the mouth works. Let's do this as well. Bump it down 1. Actually, you know what? I think I can live without that. We'll just have the mouth open up 1, and then in the next one, when it's wide open mouth, then she can have her mouth wide open. So we'll just do that, and that, and give her slightly darker edges on her teeth. Only slightly. But enough. Okay, so that's fine. And now for shape 4, it's wide open mouth. So this one, we do the same as the previous, except for this one, the chin also goes down. So we get that, and get all of this. And make sure that all goes nicely down. Bam. And as an added bonus, since it is a wide open mouth, her lips open up and her mouth opens up an extra level of pixels there. So just cover that up there, make sure that the edges are still good. And give her that gaping maw. I gotta keep her teeth the same color so that they don't look weird between frames. Also, give her a tongue. Oops. I think I need to put a new battery in my mouse. It's starting to get weird, to do weird things. Let's check here. Dr. Von Colin has just put the finishing touches on his most amazing creation, Robo Chick, a crime-fighting robot built in the shape of a Playboy playmate. Her invention comes just in time as a disgruntled engineer has built a set of atomic bombs and plans to set them all off if his demands are not met. Adding to the confusion are a pimp and a motorcycle gang who decide to kidnap the bomber for their own purposes. It's called Robo Chick, but on IMDb it's Cyber Chick. The lead actress left partway through filming, so in some scenes she's replaced by a different actress. That sounds like some quality viewing, I have to say. Well, I hope you enjoyed it. Alright, so for this next one, we've got R, which is a fun mouth shape. From C to D or to F. So it needs to be slightly, well, it needs to be open, but it also needs to be, oh, I forgot to close that. But it also needs to be slightly more, not quite as closed as the ooh, which comes up next, but enough. So we'll do the teeth again. Alright, and then for ooh, this one is really, this one comes in, let's do it twice, here too. Oops, 1, 2. Yeah, wow, that's very much pressed in. So we'll just do that. And then this is just, ooh, puckered lips. Very puckered lips. In fact, I need to make this like that. There we go. Ooh. Ah, ooh. Okay, cool. Then we've got F, which is pretty much just this one, but with the bottom erased. So it's more or less, yeah. Okay, so I didn't change that. So let's duplicate that. And that goes up one. To simulate the F sound. And it's different from that, as you can see, because the lip is there and there the lip is not there. And then finally we have L, which is at least as far open as in C, which is 1, 2, 3. That's number 3. That's layered copy 2. So we duplicate this one. And all we do here is add the tongue. And voila, we got ourselves a nice little talking animation. Cool. It sounds like a candidate for our Cine Club. It was ironically good. Oh boy. They had a running gag of everyone having very specific books on how to do stuff. Hey everyone, looks like an oral presentation today. Hello, Deluxe Tux. It's an animation and also a coding stream today. I will warn you, it has boobs, so they had to put Jeff Bezos over them for the stream. Oh dear. Where can you find this talk guide? So I'm using a program called Rhubarb for lip syncing, and on the website, if you just Google Rhubarb lip sync, if you scroll down to the bottom, it shows you the different frames that are necessary for the phonemes specific to that program. So it's just, I just use that guide so it looks good when I will finally implement the voices and the lip syncing and stuff. So right now it just loops like this, but when I put the lip sync in, it actually looks like more or less like they're speaking. So let me go ahead and save or edit this in image ready and export, and then I'm going to do some facial expressions, which is very easy because it's just copying and pasting. Hey pal, how's it going today? Hi Kicking222, it's going well. I hope you're doing well as well. I wonder where Slacks is today. I don't know. He might be at the Wajidai stream. I know Dave. People told me Dave is streaming right now, so he might not be in both places at once. The full movie of Cyber Chick is on YouTube. It's the production company of Roger Corman, so that's promising. Oh boy. Also, hi DJ Larry Parker. Welcome. Alright, so let's export these. I have to change this to none. Let's change that to talk. Ping. And speaking head normal. Okay. And yes, replace that one. Cool. Alright. Yeah. That's fine. I don't want to save that right now. Leave me alone. Oh my god. Something just happened, but I didn't see what. Sorry. Either somebody just followed. Actually, I think that was a follow. So thank you for the follow, whoever followed, unless someone subscribed, in which case I missed it. Hello, Electric Dragon UK. Oh my god! Whoa. Alright, speak of the devil. We've just been raided by Wajidai with a party of 23. Hello, everyone. Welcome. I should get something open in Photoshop, which I just closed. First time chat from viewer Stormbringer86. Well, hello. And also first time... Oh, look, Twitch is telling you first time chat from people. Hello, you Christensen. Well, hello, everyone. What a perfect opportunity while I load something up in Photoshop to tell all of you hello. So, welcome to my stream. I'm Francisco, also known as Grundislav. You might know my work if you are fans of Wajidai and you played a Golden Wake or Shardlight. I made both of those games. Thank you for the follow, Squanderlust. I most recently made a game called Lamplight City, and I am now working on a game called Rosewater. And I will show you the trailer for the game while I load up something. So, yeah, here's the trailer. Enjoy.
Tell me, what is it you want out of life? Fortune, glory, the thrill of adventure? I'm offering you a chance at all three. You just need to do me one small favor. You've something of a reputation, you know. Clever, resourceful, maybe a little dangerous. I do hope that's accurate. The path won't be straightforward. You'll encounter obstacles along the way, perhaps even some other dangerous people. You'll need some help, but I assure you the rewards far outweigh the risks. You will be richer than you ever thought possible, if you can deliver. I'll be in touch.
So that's the trailer for Rosewater. It is not coming in 2021, despite what the teaser trailer says. But anyway, I hear this game is going to have amazing voice acting. I hope so. I'm looking forward to finishing writing it and casting it. Anyway, familiar voice. For a second there, I thought an episode of the Blue Cup Tools podcast accidentally started playing in the background. Well, hello, Eastman3D. Thank you, everybody, for all the follows. I heard a bunch of follow noises, but I couldn't see who it was. So anybody who just followed, thank you. Yeah, I do this weekly. I stream development of Rosewater every Wednesday at 1 p.m. Eastern, Wild West Wednesday. I usually go for about 2 hours. So here we are. So yeah. Thanks for hanging out. And so what I'm doing today, as I mentioned, I just finished doing a talking animation for a character, this character here. I'm now going to do a couple of facial expressions for the character, and then I'm going to implement her into the game and put in some dialogue. So that's fun. So she needs a suspicious animation, which is easy because all I have to do is just go like this and like this. And then all I have to do is fill in the spots that are blank. Actually, I should get rid of this as well. And then just do that. That is a suspiciously easy animation. Hello, Costas Theropods. I've always wanted to learn the work behind pixel animations. It's going to be fun. The people's eyebrow. Everyone, if you don't know Costas, let's do a little shout out to Costas. Costas Theropod. Actually, that's not your Twitch account, but let's do Tiny Stuffs. Tiny Stuffs. You can check out Theropods, which is the game that Costas and Sarah are working on, and they do streams every Monday and Thursday. They don't have like Dino Day or anything like that. They don't have an alliterative name for their stream, but we can forgive them that small thing, which is surprising because with all the puns that Costas is into, I would think that that would be a thing, but you know, whatever. Anyway, also please follow A Maple Mystery, who's working on the Crimson Diamond. There's a ton of amazing AGS games in development. So, Theros Days. There you go. Theropod Thursdays. No, well, there you go, right there. Theropods Thursdays. Perfect. Alright, so, here's her suspicious face. I say suspicious, but it's really just like eyebrow, like The Rock. Yeah, someone said The Rock has come back to Rosewater. Yeah, kicking 222. Yeah, all of my characters, my standard faces for facial expressions are usually like suspicious or like looking back, arched eyebrow, or angry, but she's not going to get angry. But I'm going to give her a smug animation as well, because smug is fun. Also, Photoshop is not responding, and I don't like that. Alright, so this is very easy too, because it's just a copy and paste job. Wait, no. No, I don't want to replace it. I didn't save yet. Hold on. I'm saving this as talk 1. There we go. Now we're cooking. Theropods Thursdays and also Mondays. Rock is going to lay the smackdown on all of Rosewater. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Okay, so I have saved this, and now, as I mentioned, it's just a copy-paste job, so let me just copy this. No. Open up all of the other previous talk animations that I just did. Amaz Mondays. There you go. I had to awkwardly force Crimson to Tuesdays. You could call it, well, no, because I was thinking C. Well, you'd have to change the day, because you could do Mineral Mondays. You could do, yeah, I don't know. It has been all AGS dev streams for me today. I had A Maple Mystery on VOD in the background this afternoon, then Why Did I Game stream just as I finished work, now Grundislav. Well, there you go. We've all converged on this one Wednesday, the 20th, to come together and stream all of our AGS development. Alright, so this is just my mouse, I swear. I really do need to put a new battery in this thing. Alright, so there we go. And now we just save that. In our suspicious folder. Tourmaline Tuesdays. AGS the 10th Wednesdays. I'll admit I discovered Why Jedi Discord just recently and today, both through 2 Twitch streams. Well, Stormbringer86, I also have a Discord. There's a link to it just below this Twitch window, I believe. If you're on my Twitch page, you can join the Discord as well. If you're not overwhelmed with Discord servers, of course, because I know that's definitely a thing I've experienced. I love the Golden Wagon Shardlight. You guys are keeping the adventure game scene real. That's very nice. Thank you. And if you haven't checked out Lamplight City, you can check out Lamplight City as well. And that will be my self-promotion for the moment. I've been helping out with the beta testing for Watch Over Christmas, and I've been enjoying the process. Maple Marty. Oh, Maple Marty. Nice. Yeah, Dionysus Games. I've been following sort of from afar the development of the game. It's been a while. I know they were already working on it like back in 2017-ish or so. So that's cool. The chat is very active today, so apologies. I'm not used to having to look over so much. Gotta get this done. Get the tedious part done first, and then we can do the slightly less tedious part. I think they took a break on Watch Over Christmas to make not another weekend, but we'll probably see Watch Over Christmas in time for the holidays this year. That's good timing. I mean, what better time to release a holiday-themed game than at that holiday? That's like Headwear Games releasing Chasing Static in October, just in time for Halloween, even though it's not a Halloween game, but it's a spooky game, so, you know. The problem with that game is if they don't release it on Christmas, then it's another year of development or waiting around. Yeah, I mean, they sometimes release Christmas movies in the middle of the summer to, like, make you think about Christmas. I don't know. Who knows why people do what they do, especially movies. Okay, so that's enough of that. Let's go into good old AGS. Watch Over Christmas, coming this July. That's right. That's right. Alright, so hang on just a minute. I seem to have gotten some notifications here. Alright, I got a bunch of people following you on Twitch emails. Thank you everyone who followed, as I said before. The classic Christmas summer blockbuster movie. That's right. That's right. Okay, so first things first, let me go over to my sprites folder and make sure that I have imported the correct number of sprites. So that's fine. Let's put this in as well. Alright, that's normal, so import all of these. Her suspicious view as well. Alright, and now for her body, create a subfolder. We've got hand hips. We've got shrug. And my favorite, ta-da! Nope, that was the wrong thing. I want to import new sprites from files, not using previous. I don't know what using previous does, but it's not what I want to do. So first things first, hand hips. So we do that. Whoop. We get shrug. And ta-da. I love ta-da. It's so... Ta-da! Okay. Hey, Grundisov. Yes, that's me. Hey, Edmunditor. Also, hello, Chris Quinn. Yeah, I spent all yesterday animating, and I just did a speaking animation for this character. So I've just imported all of her body animations that I did yesterday, and I'm going to implement them now. So yes, that's me. Will this be on the fancy YouTube channel later? Yes, I have decided that I'm going to export all of my Wild West Wednesday streams to YouTube going forward, and any other little behind the scenes stuff that I do. I really enjoyed making that behind the scenes music for the trailer thing. So I would love to do stuff like that, maybe for future music stuff, or definitely for whenever the voices get recorded and stuff like that. So, you know, engagement, all that marketing jazz. Yes, I am having an identity crisis. Okay, so now we go to my views. Excuse me. And we find her here. Let's do her head animation here. Okay. And we do seller, oops, sus. Seller head sus, because that's what the kids say. Sus. Okay. So we got that taken care of. I don't need this tab open. I don't need this tab open. And I certainly don't need this tab open. I have all of these tabs open from yesterday, and I don't need them. So let me get rid of them all. Definitely don't need that. Okay, view seller BL. That's what I need. I have a YouTube channel. I do have a YouTube channel, yes. I tweeted about it. Hey Skeevy Sidhi. I know you were Skeevy Wonder, now I don't know how to say Sidhi. I enjoyed the voice editing streams when you were polishing off Lamplight City. Yeah, those were fun. I mean, I'll definitely do those again once the time is right. Archiving is great and handy for people whose time zones don't line up with streams. Yes, exactly. Kinda sus. Also, that other tab right over yonder is kinda sus. I see her eyebrow raised. Yes. Okay, so body language. Loop 0 is going to be hand hips. This character's easy because she just stands there. She doesn't move. So I can get away with... I don't have to worry about mirroring the body language stuff, which is nice. It's very convenient. Alright, so we'll do hands on hips. Can I just... Yeah, I can actually. I'll just do that. Hold on. Body here, and then add all sprites from folder. I'll do shrug. Yeah. The only thing I don't like is that it keeps the first frame blank, but that's not a big deal. I just erase it. Oops. So we go back to her body here, and we add sprites from folder, and we have ta-da. Alright. So we have that, and we have that, and we have ta-da! Although the ta-da is kind of... I'm curious to see how that's going to line up, because the ta-da sprite is the same width but different height from the standard sprite. But anyway. My new game got into MagFest. Not yet sure if I want to go with COVID, but we'll see. Well, congratulations either way. That's awesome. And yeah, what... oh, Skeevy She. I see. Okay. Well, I'll pronounce it Skeevy She then. Pixel art JRPG called Geomythica. Don't even have a logo or website yet. I think you need a game first. That animation are quite smooth even if made of those few frames. I rotoscope my animations, so that's why they look so fluid, because I actually film myself, or in this case someone else, doing the animation, and then I just trace over them. So yeah, and they're not that few frames. They're like 6 frames for each of these. So anyway, I imagine MagFest is in the same spot as usual, which is National Harbor, Maryland. Yeah, okay, so you're loving the ta-da animation, so let's implement it into the game. So first things first, let's go ahead and put it in room 31, which is when they walk in. We have a little cutscene. Howdy folks, y'all interested in learning about Cold Tit's Miracle Elixir? Of course we are. Then step on over here, let's do her ta-da animation right here. So C Cellar, Med Cellar, yeah. Set, or rather lock view. It's Cellar BL, right? Yeah, Cellar BL. Animate. I'm actually gonna have to do a little bit of wizardry here, because loop 2, right? Yeah, right. Okay, animate 2 for once, no block forwards, and then we'll do this again backwards but blocking. First we block, and then we do it backwards, and then we unlock view and set her loop to 0. Oops. Okay, so let's try this first of all. It's going to take a little while because I just added sprites, so it's going to take a little while for AGS to rebuild. So, what? Are you serious? How silly. The DC Gaylord Hotel. Yes. You said the name of the hotel and it got moderated. Yeah, that's ridiculous. Now hosted at the Golden Palace Motor Inn in fabulous Atlantic City. I think you're thinking of another conference, which I will not name. Okay. So once this loads up, man, Atlantic City. What a place. What a place. I don't know if any of you have ever been to Atlantic City, but it's where all the Monopoly street names come from. That's one thing it's got going for it. You've never been, should you go? No. No, don't do it. It's basically like a more rundown Las Vegas by the ocean. It's really not worth your time. Anyway. Yeah. This thing is compiling. It's building. It's happening. It'll get there. Oh, but so one thing I was going to mention that I'm going to have to do some trickery here is a couple of these, I believe the hands on hips and the ta-da, the sprite actually moves. So I'm going to have to do a little coding trick to make sure that the head stays in the right position, because otherwise it's going to look weird. And you'll probably see it in the ta-da animation, because that's what happens in that particular animation. I believe the neckline goes up a few pixels. So it's going to look like it's overlapping the head sprite, because the heads and the bodies are two separate characters, so that I can do facial expressions and body language and that sort of thing. Because AGS doesn't let you overlay sprites so much. So if you want to do that sort of thing, you have to do two separate characters. So it doubles up the number of characters, but at least it looks good. The good news is I don't have any more sprites to import, so going forward from this is the only time it's going to take this long to load the game. Alright, here we go. Naughty AGS, let us use our transparent PNGs. Oh, AGS allows transparent PNGs. It just doesn't allow like a character to have multiple like parts. I don't actually know how you would do it in other games, to be fair. Okay, this is probably gonna run slow because this doesn't like. It's a 720p, so it doesn't like running when OBS is happening. Will your characters have a sassy pose? Some of them do. Okay, so I just imported all this stuff, so that's not gonna work. So let's go through this real quick. Blah blah blah. Blue blue blue. Okay, skip this bit here. I just pressed escape, so it'll skip the cutscene, and of course it's going to take forever. What about composing a character of multiple characters? You mean like a different character for the arms? I mean, basically the way I do it is I have the head character always repeatedly execute following the body, so that it's transparent except for when the characters are speaking, and the head appears, and it gets switched out for the different views of the body and the head. Are you using the 3.6 beta? No, it's still in alpha. I'm actually waiting until it gets to beta stage to switch over. I tried out the alpha and it fixes a few problems that I have, which is fantastic, so I'm really excited for them to release a more stable build so I can update to it, because it's fantastic. Mostly the audio system. Yeah, alright, so here we go. So we come into this screen, there's our little friend. We walk in very slowly. What is this abomination? Hey everybody, you want to see? Well, she speaks. I'm not too enamored with her inflated cheek there, but whatever, it's hard to pull that off. Step on over here, there you go, she does her ta-da. But yeah, see, it looked weird because when she goes up, it covers her neck. So what I'm going to do right now, first, is open up her ta-da animation in Photoshop. Did you have a woman make all the poses for the main character, or did you just jump in at occasion to fill in the blanks? No, I had my girlfriend model. I've had my girlfriend model for mostly all the female characters. Alright. So let's go to my animations folder. I on occasion, when I worked in lower resolution, I filled in sometimes for some of the female characters, like for walk cycles and stuff, but I can't get away with it at higher resolution because it's very obvious that the proportions are different. Practically speaking, having the head follow the body is almost the same as other engines. Well, that's good to know. Also, hello between the borders. Okay, so let's get to the ta-da animation here. Live ta-da. Ta-da. And I have to do it for the hands on hips as well. So I might as well just take care of that for now. So this is the ta-da animation. Wow, that's very slow. Maybe I should do that NVIDIA hack. You ever rotoscoped a baby? No, I have not rotoscoped a baby. That Photoshop version brings back memories. Yeah, well, I use CS2. I've never needed to upgrade. Okay. So, frame 1, that's the normal one. Frame 2, it jumps up 1. Alright, that's good to know. Alright, so... Okay, so now we go into AGS, into my body languages script. So her head baseline is always there. So now we say... We have a conditional. So if... C... Med seller. If the view is seller BL and loop is equal to 2 and medseller.frame is equal to, actually, and we'll put this in parentheses. Medseller frame is equal to, I always forget how AGS works with frames here. Where's her body language? Here it is. Here it is. Sorry. So 0, 1. Alright, so we need 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, and 5. And medseller frame is greater than or equal to 2 and less than or equal to 5. I think that should work. Maybe. Oh, hey, thank you for the subscription, Kimmy Kims. Hope things are going well for you. They are, thank you. I hope things are going well for you, too. And also, goodbye, Fiction Control. You're playing Overboard in class. Nice. I wish I could take a class where you played games. Okay, so we're checking here to make sure that the loop is 2, and if the frame is greater than 2, but also less than or equal to 5. I actually don't know if that's going to work. You may need to repeat the value for the... Yeah. I think that's probably true. All right. And oh, jeez. This is why I usually try and keep the neck frame like in place so I don't have to worry about stuff like this. But I guess it'll look better if I do it the proper way. Okay, so if medseller view is equal to seller BL and medseller... You know what? This is an easier way to do this because... Alright, frame is less than or equal to 1. Else if... Alright, then we'd say C Olivia head dot y is equal to C medseller dot y, right? Else if all of this again. If her view is this, but her frame is equal to where was it? Seller BL, right? But her frame is equal to greater than or equal to 2, right? Greater than or equal to 2, then the y is equal to y minus 1. Else if... Actually, this might actually make her head fly away. But let's see. because it's repeatedly executing, so it might. Y minus 2 and C Olivia head X plus 1. So I have to also make sure that it's alright, let's see if this works. I don't think it will, but I'm hoping it might. Well, it didn't compile. Why? Parse error. Because... Oh, right. Okay. That's why. Okay, so now if it works correctly, her head should move just a little bit while her body does. But if it doesn't work correctly, her head will probably fly up. All that nice if else to make it move down a pixel. Yeah. Yeah. That's what coding's all about. Oh look, and I see that fiction control is now playing overboard. Alright, so we were here. Good old autosave. Walking very slowly. But this is good that it's running slowly because I can see if it works or if it doesn't work. Alright, here we go. Moment of truth. Well, yeah, look at that, it did. Okay, that worked, but it didn't. Let's see what happened there. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to make sure that it works. I am going to have her animate very slowly. So I'm going to double up the speed of the animation here. Halfway there, yes. Nice overhead view, not seen that before. Oh, thank you. That's the map screen in this section of this early section of the game. All right, so now I should do a manual save before I come in here because the room load gets overwritten every time I go in, and so I don't have to worry about doing this same thing every single time. I'll just do a manual save right before I go into that room. Back to entering the lab. Herpaderpaderpader. Walkie, 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 walk. Okay. So we'll save here as head test. And now we shall see how this goes. Alright, let me just focus in here. What happens to her? Okay, she doesn't go forward, which is good. But that worked, so that's good to know. Am I updating to Windows 11? Not if I can help it. I don't know if my computer will be able to run it. I don't trust it. Okay, so if her loop is 2 and her frame is 6, which is 3, 4, 5, 6. That one right there. Yeah, okay. Let me check here real quick. I have her head. No, I don't have her head in here. That sounds creepy. I don't have her head in here. I just want to make sure that this is going to work correctly. So Western game. I don't know why my folder is still called Western Game. My AGS folder is called Rosewater, but my asset folder is still called Western Game, because I obviously started working on this game before I knew what it was going to be called. Alright, so let's get her. Space Mountain. Alright. So. Head goes. It's pretty macabre to be working with like all of these things that are just like, oh yeah, the head is off. Okay, so let's make sure the head is visible in all of these. So, right, so this needs to go up 1. Right, that'll be fine. Actually, that's not fine because her head actually needs another thing. She needs another pixel below that because otherwise it looks weird in those 2 frames. Okay, and then it was there, but now for this one, it also needs to be up 1 pixel and over 2 pixels. Or does it have to just be 1 pixel? I can't really tell. No, it's 2. Okay, so 2. So let's go back to body language. Medseller.x plus 2. Alright, let's check how that looks. Renaming things is dangerous unless you know all the consequences. That's right. The head spread is connected to the... I'll spend my 100,000 Grundy points to rename the folder. It was halfway after all, yes. Alright, so let's see here. Let's make sure that this works okay. Once again, let's load up head test. Alright, so... Okay, but for some reason it's not doing that last one. And I bet you it's because it's... Yeah, it's because of this. It's because I need it to be greater than or equal to 2 or less than or equal to 5. So then it'll be separate. It's not counting 6 as part of this. I really hope there's a musical number in Rosewater. You might get your wish. I don't know if you really would call it a musical number, but there's definitely going to be some singing. I still have to figure out how to code what I want to code, but if all goes well, I will have... There'll be something like that. Okay, so let's try that again. Yeah, it's not skipping a frame, it's just ignoring the last frame because of the fact that I had that conditional set to include 6 as part of it. So let's have a look here. Nope, still not doing it. Still not doing it, and for whatever reason it's not doing that. Okay, I just need... If her frame is less than or equal to 1, then her head is the same, and her X actually should be the same too. I forgot to include that. If Metseller view is BL, you know what I'm just gonna do? I'm just gonna do is equal to 2, or is equal to 3, or is 1 by 1. Oops. Three, 4, 5. All right, is equal to 3. There's probably an easier way to do this, but I don't care. Sorry, I worry professionally. Did you notice it boops up a pixel near the end of the animation? Yes, I did notice that it doesn't connect seamlessly. But one thing at a time. I want to make sure it works right on the way up, and then I'll worry about why it doesn't work right on the way down. But thank you, Between the Borders. I appreciate the looking out. This is tedious. There's probably a module to be made to solve this head problem. Probably. But I don't know that there's too many people that are doing this in games, so, you know. As I said, I'm affording myself this luxury with this one character because normally to avoid this problem I just don't have the characters move their heads around that much when they do their body language animation. Okay, now it worked. Okay, cool. There you go. Look at that. It worked. It was slow, but let's have her animate at the right speed. And also keep in mind that the game is also kind of chugging along because of the fact that I'm streaming. So when the game chugs along, you tend to see a little bit more of this slowness to update. So if the game is running normally, it should look more seamless is what I'm saying. Alright, so that worked, which means that I'm going to test it at normal speed. Tell Uncle Volker you need a new PC. No, it's fine. Actually, I don't know if A Maple Mystery is still in here, but she was messing around with her NVIDIA settings yesterday. I wonder if that might have anything to do with it, because sometimes I get an encoding overload message when I'm running too many things, and I wonder if maybe I should just like assign the GPU to different things. Oops. Yeah, okay. Alright, so there's that. So if we come over here, let's go ahead and add some dialogue now. I have my script open. Oh, you're present. Okay, cool. So yesterday you were doing that thing. I have an NVIDIA as well, and if I go into the control panel, this is now the tech support stream. If I let's see if this actually opens up. I don't think a module would help. The issue of moving the head would always need to be handcrafted in one step or another. Yeah. You assign the GPU to OBS and Photoshop. Okay. I'm going to try assigning the GPU to Rosewater. See if actually, no, I'll assign it to OBS. But then I need to restart OBS, don't I? And I don't really want to do that right now. But I'll figure it out. Also, oh, here we go. OBS stream settings switched from... Here we go. Program settings. X264 to NVENC. Interesting. Hello, EA Benson. Glad to have you here. Ambient occlusion. Why on earth? Was it here, by the way? Was it under Manage 3D settings? I have never seen a machine lag like this. Are you running 500 browser tabs in another window? No, I have the YouTube video of lo-fi hip-hop radio playing, and I have OBS running, and I have Photoshop open, and I have AGS open, and I have Word open, and I have Discord open. And that's it. Can't do that when streaming. Okay, well. Assuming you have a compatible video card, my GTX 970 works, but my laptop's GTX 940M doesn't. Interesting. Well, this takes forever, and I don't really care. Okay, so let's see. What was I going to do? I was going to add dialogue. Alright, so let's come over here to Med Seller, and if you talk to her, placeholder dialogue with Alexandra. Oh, her name was Alexandra originally. I forgot about that. Let's comment that out real quick, because I don't really need this, but next we go to dialogues, outskirts, and we start a new dialogue and call it D. Olivia. And back to the global script here. Okay. Let me, I'm going to minimize the YouTube video, because there's no reason. That was the right place. Manage 3D settings, select the thing. Okay. Well, I'll figure it out later. It's all good. Okay, so let me just bring up my script here. Alright. Okay. Actually, while I'm here, I might as well figure out the positioning for the hands on hips as well, because that's going to be happening a bit. But whatever, let's go ahead and do this first. So in conversation is equal to true. We'll do game.do once only. Speaking to Olivia. Else. All right. Sorry, I'm just going to be copying and pasting. Unless it's very short. Alright, so I also want to make sure that Jake is looking over here. Down left. There we go. should put some emphasis. I like putting emphasis asterisks. Let's see how we hit. Let's see. Oh yeah, I also have to. Make sure that this is happening. If D Olivia has options to choose, then this happens. But if not, we have a whole separate thing that happens. And thanks to Edmunditor for giving me this little code here. That has saved me the headache of the old adventure game problem of when you exhaust a dialogue and you go and talk to a character and you're like, oh, hey, can we talk? And they're like, sure, and then goodbye. This just checks, and if there's no options to choose, you can do a separate thing where it's just like, I don't have anything else to say right now. Oh, okay. So that's a handy little thing. I'm a bit behind on the chat. But you all are talking about web browsers and BIOSes and all sorts of things. I'm not working on a laptop, or unless you're asking me. Program settings and select program to customize from the drop-down menu, right? Okay, I'll have to figure that out. Right. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was you that gave me that code, or that wrote the code for me. It's just checking to see if I don't know, actually, is it a custom code, or is it actually part of AGS now, and I just assumed it was something that you gave me? Yeah, no, it's just has option been chosen, so has options to choose is custom code. Which, I don't know where it is, but it's somewhere. It might be under custom dialog. I don't know. Anyway, I used it a bunch in Lamplight City. Alright, so what was I? Alright. Okay. What the heck is pine? Yeah, I don't remember any of these, honestly. Okay, so let's go to dialogue Olivia and fill this in. So let's start with show and say. And of course, everything's everything is not... Say is always unchecked because... No, what? Why don't you highlight? There. Alright, so this one you can see. Alright, so 12 is stop. Alright, and back to global script. Dialogue start. And there we go. What are you talking about? Pine, Oregon Trail, all sorts of other things. Okay. Alright, so let's let me go ahead and test this. And then add a couple of little flares. Do a fresh start just to make sure that it registers everything as new. So we'll go to there. Did your elementary school have an Apple IIe in the back of the classroom? There were several, yeah. We played Word Munchers, Number Munchers, Odell Lake, the Oregon Trail. Naturally. It's definitely a universal thing, I'm sure. We're old men on rocking chairs and quavery old man voices talking about the old days. Well, that's what my chat should be. I'm making a point and click game. The demographic is of a certain age, I'm sure. Alright, so we save this again as head test, just so I can make sure I can mess around with that later if I need to. Yeah, Odell Lake was great. Except for those damn ospreys. Okay, that worked. So let's talk to little Liv here. Oh boy, I sure wish I was you. Beg pardon? Why, today's your lucky day. Is that right? Yes, sirree. You're just in time to experience the travesty of Xander Coltit III's miracle elixir. The what now? Oh dang, I meant the majesty of Xander Coltit III's miracle elixir. My name is Olivia Coltit, and I'm here to answer all your questions about this evolutionary new medication. And then all this starts. Wow. That's a lot of options. But that's fine. Was Odell Lake the one you started off as a chub? I think it was you were like plankton or something. No, you had to eat plankton. I think. Anyway, bye. Okay, cool. So I'm gonna add a couple of little things here. So first of all, she's going to put her hands on her hips. Lock view. So here's another thing, because I get to test the what do you call it? The is it laudanum? No, it's not. It's not laudanum. Laudanum. It's just alcohol, basically. Coltit. Well, if you played also hello Latasia, if you played Lamplight City, Professor Xander Coltit III's emulsified soporific was what Miles took in order to sedate himself and get Bill's voice out of his head. So I needed a traveling salesman, and so I decided to bring back the character. Well, you never actually see him; you only see Olivia. But I decided to bring back Xander Coltit III. All right, Seller BL. And so med seller animate loop 0 0 4 once no block forwards. Telly Turtle. I don't remember that. The soporific totally worked. It did. It did. But, you know, maybe he decided that there was more money to be made by selling just alcohol out west. Alright, boy oh boy, I wish I was you. And then Harley head face expression is suspicious. Because she doesn't suffer fools, that Harley. Beg pardon? Why, today's your lucky day, is that right? So then let's have her go backwards. Wait, no, I want it to be E, no block. No block. No block. Backwards. And then actually, let's change this. She shouldn't be suspicious yet. The what now is when she should be suspicious. So then we'll put it back to neutral. Okay. And here we will set C Olivia head dot speech view is equal to seller head sus and C Olivia head dot. There's two things. Lock view. Wait, no, hang on. It's in my emotions script. Emotions. Right, change view and speech view. Okay, change view. So change view to seller head sus. And then change this back to seller head and seller head. Cool. I actually did assume that it was a tincture of laudanum or whatever. If it's just alcohol, it works just as well. I think there were other names. You program... Oh, right. Logo. Interesting. Yeah, there's a... I mean, not to spoil anything, but there's a puzzle where you need some alcohol. So you get it by getting the... It's kind of... I guess it's kind of inspired by Freddy Farkas, because Freddy Farkas had that Dad Gums elixir or whatever that was just pure alcohol, and you use it to refill your alcohol lamp. And here, basically, you need alcohol for something, and you get it from this snake oil sales child. But the fun thing is you can bargain with her, and if your relationship with Jake is high enough, you can successfully barter her down. Okay, so let me actually come in here, and before I do this, let's go to the hand hips animation, and I want to make sure that I program it right as well. NPCs, live hand hips. No, live hand hips. Excuse me. Miracle Elixir is a Sweeney Todd song, too. Yes, it is. Pirelli's Miracle Elixir. Alright, so 1, 2, 3. Oh my god. Alright, this is going to be interesting. Alright, so... Oof. Alright, I think I can organize my code a little bit better here in this with respect to this. Body language, yes, body language. Alright, so if medseller view seller BL and medseller loop is equal to 2, we'll do this. So medseller frame is less than or equal to 1. If medseller dot frame is less than or equal to 1, then do that. Alright, else if medseller frame is equal to 2 or that or that or that, then we do that. Else if medseller frame is equal to 6, then we do that. And that is assuming that's okay, there's that. So that's if medseller view dot seller is equal to seller BL and medseller loop is equal to 2. Else if medseller view is equal to seller BL and medseller loop is equal to 0, and then we do that. Else, and just for peace of mind, we do that, just so that it resets every time. Okay. I hear if you press Alt F4, it opens up a secret AGS screen CJ put in years ago. Yes, Octorob, of course. Welcome to my stream. Why would you do that? Why would you say such mean things to me? If you all like music, let's give a little shout out to Octorob. Go follow Octorob. He does music streams sometimes, and he's been doing a loop a day every day for October. Looptober. So check it out. My life is a series of puzzles solved with alcohol. Injuries, alcohol. Marker stain, alcohol. Camp stove, alcohol. Water in my fuel lines, alcohol. That's the perfect addition to a day around the What's the perfect addition to a day around the campfire? Alcohol. Just not always the same alcohol. I see. AGS actually does have a little Easter egg, a legacy Easter egg. Which is if you go to About AGS and you shift-click on OK, you get a picture from Mittens, which hasn't been updated since 2007. So it used to be every year, but that obviously hasn't changed in a really long time. I think everyone forgot about it, but whatever, it's fine. Okay, so if medcellar view is cellar BL and medcellar loop is equal to 0, if C medcellar.frame is less than or equal to 1, then medcellar's head is there. Did all the old Easter eggs get removed? No, they're still in there. The Valentine's Day one is still in there. Alright, so frame 1 and 1. It's that. Frame 2 is x plus 1. Okay. Yes. Okay, this is gonna be fun. Else if medcellar.frame is equal to 2. Else if medcellar.frame is equal to 3. Frame 0, frame 1, frame 2, frame 3, 4, 5, and 6 are the same, and 7 is different. Okay. And just to make sure that these are the exact same ones, yes. Okay. 4, 5, and 6 I said are the same. Else if... Actually, you know what? Else if C medcellar.frame is equal to 7, and then just else. So I don't have to worry about and 4 or 5 or 6. It'll just take those as the else statements. So we'll do that. Okay, so if that's that, we have x plus 1, x plus 2, x plus 3, and actually x plus 2. So we'll just do or C medcellar frame is equal to 7. So that's better. I learned to program by editing basic games. I did the same thing, sort of, but not really. Okay, so hold on. So this is x plus 1, plus 2, plus 3, 4, 5, plus 2. Which means that, yeah, those are the exact same things. Okay, so cool. That'll work fine. Allegedly. Let's see. Let's see if it works. Now that I've added the little things, she should put her hands on her hips, and also the facial expressions and stuff should work now when the conversation initiates. So let's do that. Let's have a look at head test. Okay. Perfect. All right. So her head moves correctly with her body, which is good. Dang it, I meant the majesty. Okay, cool. All right, so that works. That's good. I don't have to worry about body language anymore. That's also where I learned said or random wasn't really random. Made a D&D character generator that kept giving me values that were in a curve even with randomized timer. I have no idea what you're talking about. That's beyond my level of coding abilities. Okay, so she also has a shrug animation, which I need to figure out also where that goes. But yeah, I like her. Her ta-da is a lot of fun. I like her ta-da. All right, let's see if I can implement that. Is that all right? Yes, sirree. You're just in time to experience. I think she should do her ta-da at that point as well. So that would be yes, sirree. Let's what loop is that? 2. The what now? And then she goes back to her. Nope. Wrong thing. Okay. That's why it has pseudo in the name. Oh, pseudo-random, not pseudo-random. Right. Yes. Like pseudo-intellectual or pseudoscience or any other number of things. Okay, so boy oh boy, I wish I was you, beg your pardon, blah blah blah. Yeah. Cha. Okay, so yeah, let's get our dialogue in. A little bit of it. I'm actually really hungry. I might actually end the stream a little early because I'm starving and I haven't eaten lunch. But let's see. So let's start with option off forever 1. And we'll do that for all of the others as well, because it's one of those things where if you don't select it right away, it goes away right away. So tell me about the miracle elixir. You can drop the song and dance. And why are you out here by yourself? And know anything about the lab? And I've heard enough, we're leaving. Right. Actually, I'm not going to code in the dialogue, but I am going to... Garçon means boy. I am going to code in one more thing before I call it a stream. I'm going to code in what happens if you leave before you... or actually, not leave, but if you try leaving before you've heard her spiel. This player walk over there. Okay. So if d_olivia.has option been chosen 12 is equal to false, because that's the goodbye. So if you haven't had the conversation with her, you won't have ended the conversation. So and let's just make it happen once. Game.do once only. Come back. I love naming these variables. I love naming these do once onlys because they're so stupid. Alright, so if the option 12 has been chosen, then she says, hey, wait a minute, come back, you haven't heard my spiel. So let's go back to here. Where is it? Here we go. If you come back without having spoken to her, if you leave before speaking to her, here we go. Ignore. Accept deletion. Okay, so false player that face direction. Down left, no block. And let's have her do this. Hey, where are you going? You haven't heard my pitch yet. Have her do that. then she does her hands on hips again. Okay, so that happens once. Oh wait, hang on. I have to set in conversation to true. In conversation is true, and then in conversation is equal to false. Wait one. Player unlock view. Player face direction. Upright. Block. And then we go. Okay, cool. Actually, we need to put end cutscene here because I don't want you to be able to skip this. So, there, that's better. Okay, so then after you come back in, after fade in, if player previous room is 18 and okay, so if game.do wants only his first time seeing Medwagon, that's what happens there. So then let's set another variable, which is Boolean no spiel is equal to true. Or sorry, false. False. So then if that happens, if we set no spiel is equal to true, and if you come in and if no spiel is equal to true, then we do this again. And then we have her say, got the Freddy Farkas theme in my head for the last 30 minutes. Oh no, I'm sorry. So you come back, she says, you know what? I'm actually not gonna make it do a. I'm not gonna have it be a game do once only. I'm just gonna do if has option chosen 12 and or if you haven't chosen it, because and then the same thing afterwards. So if you go into the dialogue and you say goodbye, then no spiel. Oh wait, no, but it's a. Oh crap! It's a. Okay. It's a local variable. So I have to Okay, wait, no, I don't need no spiel. Wait, I do need no spiel. Okay, so if you come back in, no spiel happens. If no spiel happens, she says that if no spiel is equal to true and D Olivia has optioned and chosen 12 is equal to false. So then that way at least when you choose it, it won't happen again. It shouldn't happen again. So let's test that, and then I'll be done, because it's 3 o'clock now. Well, it will be 3 o'clock. Okay, let's try it. We don't need no spiel. Yeah, I just use a global Boolean array of flags for things like this. Fair enough. As I've said before, I usually overcomplicate things unnecessarily. The last coding stream I did, I was like, oh, I need to do all of this stuff. And then after I finished, I was like, I don't need any of this stuff. And I got rid of most of it, so. But I don't think I'm going to get rid of any of this code, so it's all fine. Okay, let's try that again. Okay, so go back over here. Slow, slow, slow. Save as head test. Go over here. And she comes in. Boy, oh boy, it's your lucky day. Come on over here. Whatever. So if we try and leave, she says, hey, where are you going? You haven't heard my pitch yet. We'll be back, I promise. I just have to take care of some other business first. Alrighty, but don't be too long. You can't guarantee we'll have any elixir by the time you come back. So you leave. And you come back. And she says, you're back, and just in time, too. I done sold 3 crates of elixir while you were gone. You better act fast before we run out. And if you try leaving again, she's going to give you the same thing. Hey, where are you going? You haven't heard my pitch. Alright. Bye. Why is her head behind the thing, though? Is it behind the thing? Her head should be behind her body. But I don't notice if it was. I sure wish I was you. Today's your lucky day. Yes, sirree. Just in time to... Oh, wait. I forgot to do the... That's the wrong view. Anyway, we're leaving. Bye. You heard my spiel. Let's go. Goodbye. And now we come back. And no spiel is true, but we selected the things, so she doesn't say her little thing. So, alright, cool. Cool. So that's that. I obviously have to add a lot more and tweak a lot more, but thank you for keeping me company for this stream. We don't need no spiel. Programming is strange. If you think it's clever, it might not be a good idea. It's all very results driven and there are dozens of ways to accomplish anything. Robust is always better than sleek, unless you're embedded or running old hardware. Fair enough. I wish more AGS pros did streams like this. Well, I try. But thank you for coming. If this was your first stream, thank you for watching. Make sure to wishlist Rosewater on Steam or check out Lamplight City if you haven't checked out Lamplight City. As I said, I do this every Wednesday at 1 p.m. Eastern, Wild West Wednesday. Sometimes I do an extra stream every week, but I don't think I will this week. But thank you all for coming. I will see you next time. And yeah, see you next time. Bye.